Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the post notification button so that you don't miss when we post. So today I wanted to talk about Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian's breakup because sources have come out with several different angles on why they broke up, and it just had me raising my eyebrows like, what really happened? So let's get into it. How does a full-fledged love affair that's constantly being pushed into everybody's faces go from extreme, careless, almost like teenage, reckless love filled with tattoos, brandings, and inappropriate sighting with kids to an abrupt breakup after only 9 months? Let's break down the reasons sources gave us to why they broke up and what I really think about it. So the first reason, or one of the reasons that sources say Pete and Kim broke up, is because of a 13-year age difference. To me, I just feel like, that could be possible, but I just don't see that being the reason. I feel like, for one, Kim was kind of feeding off of Pete's younger energy because she is 13 years older than him, and she probably did want to feel young and excited with something different after she just got out of her marriage with Kanye, full of complications. And I definitely get that. And I feel how you can dive deep into a relationship because it feels so great and fun. But I just don't see her being accidentally so careless with somebody like that to have them around her kids and then abruptly break up with them. So, I'm not really buying that. I feel like there are a lot of relationships with even bigger age gaps that last, where people actually get married and stay together forever. So I just don't feel like that is exactly the reason why. Another reason why sources say Kim and Pete broke up is because the relationship was very demanding. It was like they were saying at the drop of a hat, he would want her to fly out to New York, drop everything, very spontaneous. And I just don't really see that actually happening because he's Pete Davidson and she's Kim Kardashian. So they both know they're really busy. They have really busy schedules. They have a lot going on where they probably have to be in a lot of different places at a lot of different times. And she has kids. So unless he's truly doesn't care about her kids and doesn't care about her schedule or her life or her career, I just don't really see this being a reason why they would break up. I just don't even see this happening at all. If I'm Kim Kardashian and I got all this shit to do and I still got to spend time with my kids, and you ask me to go to New York at the drop of a hat, I'm sorry, bruh. It's over. We got to break up. I can't do that. So I just feel like if that was really a reason, they would have been broken up. And I also find it very interesting that with this narrative, it kind of makes Pete look like a bad guy. With all the other narratives, it's kind of neutral. You don't really see any fault in anybody. But of course, the Kardashians always have to put out a narrative where they're the good guys in the situation and the other person is at fault. And people may say, that's kind of a stretch because him wanting to drop things at the drop of a hat isn't that bad, right? Well, actually, it is, especially when I have kids and I have a career. I hate when dudes do that, or even females. If you know I have a lot going on and you want me to put you above my kids and my career, that's really an a-hole move. And it kind of, in my opinion, was kind of low-key trying to make people feel like Pete was doing a little bit too much and not really understanding that Kim is a mom and this and that. I just find that really interesting that they had to throw out a narrative that would make him look bad, but in such a sneaky way. They weren't oh, Pete was bad. It just makes you think about it. Let me know, am I the only one who thought that when I heard this narrative? It could just be me. Another reason that sources sources gave is because there was a long distance relationship. And I mean, I don't see this being the reason why they broke up, because they knew that there was going to be a long distance relationship. And I'm sure that in the stature that they are in, all their relationships are most likely long distance. So I just don't see this being like a great contributing factor, especially with all the technology. You got FaceTime, and you got, you could call, you could text, all these different things. And it's so funny because all you've seen since they've been together these 9 months is Pete and Kim doing this, Pete and Kim doing that, Pete and Kim here. Like, absolutely nobody. Go to YouTube, Pete and Kim Kardashian. So it's just like, I find that very interesting that long distance played a big role in them breaking up, so much so to where sources are putting out this narrative when it was always Pete and Kim thrown in our face. I don't see that being that long of a distance relationship. Maybe it's just me though. I don't know. And then last but not least, another narrative that I heard was that Kim Kardashian was just so exhausted from this relationship. Her old ass couldn't take anymore, allegedly. I don't think Kim is old, but she's obviously gorgeous and she has a lot of energy. She still seems very young and vibrant. She always talks about how she exercises and she eats healthy and this and that. So I just don't see you being so exhausted from this situation to the point where you break up. And I know, I get it, y'all. A lot of people be like, well, some relationships are exhausting. And I definitely feel you. But if you're to the point where you are letting this man be with your kids alone, allegedly, because there were a couple of sightings with Pete being around Kim's kids and Kim nowhere to be found, and her daughter sitting on his lap, which is just very strange. And then him getting allegedly her kids' initials tattooed on him and him branding her name on him. If the relationship is getting that serious, I don't see her getting so exhausted from it to the point where they're just gonna break up after only 9 months. Like, they weren't even together for a year yet, and he's already met her kids and are around her kids, and not just in private but publicly. This was thrown in our face publicly, him being with her kids. So the excuse of her being exhausted, to me, is just really not, I don't buy it. Next. So those are the reasons that sources gave. And this is what I think may have happened, possibly, allegedly, in my opinion. So, two different things that I think could have happened. First of all, this was obviously, allegedly, in my opinion, a PR relationship. The Kardashians are known for their PR relationships, especially when it's around the time that they have their reality TV show series seasons coming out. And as you know, the Kardashians did just release their show on Hulu. So this was a perfect move for them. You have Khloe going through her stuff with Tristan. You have Kendall going through her relationship with her ex. And then also, like, everybody talking about her being the most high paid model, and there was controversy around that. And then you have Kim Kardashian in this new relationship with Pete. She also had controversy going around with Ray J and Kanye West. So it's just like, let's amp it up. Let's get me and Pete in everybody's faces. She was, in my opinion, could have been trying to emulate the buzz that Kourtney was getting from being with Travis. And I feel like they all kind of feed off each other when it comes to that. And she was kind of trying to be like MGK and Megan. In my opinion, I feel like they all are kind of doing the same thing. So this could have just been a PR relationship, and the contract could have just been up. They got what they needed, they got their publicity, and they're ready to go their separate ways. Another thing that I feel like could be a possibility is that Pete Davidson, when he dated Ariana Grande, that really, really, really boosted his career, because she was the biggest, celebrity that he dated. And then when they broke up, he got so much sympathy points, and his career just literally blew up. So there are a lot of sources coming around saying how sad Pete is and how he's wearing the shirt that says he feels like ish, and it's just like, you know, the same narrative. Poor Pete. I hope Pete's gonna be okay. Everybody's checking for Pete now because this relationship has ended. Everyone's like, oh, we warned him, don't fall too hard, you're gonna get heartbroken, A, B, C, D, E. And what is that doing for Pete? It's boosting his career. So could this have been a PR move to where he gets into a relationship and then him and Kim Kardashian break up, and then he's so sad and everyone's checking for him and everybody, you know, is looking for what is he gonna do next? And everybody's gonna tune in because they wanna see how is Pete Davidson. And that's a huge career booster. Like, you just got through dating Kim Kardashian, who is married to Kanye West. Like, come on now. I mean, that I'm just saying, allegedly, in my opinion, this could have been a career boost for Pete Davidson. And he was just ready for it to be over. He's like, okay, I got what I needed. I don't even want to do this for a year. I'm ready to be done and move on with my career. This is a lot, y'all, a little bit much, you know. So he could have ended it because he got what he needed and he was ready to move on. And, you know, obviously this could have been a mutual PR stunt, but, you know, who knows? I'm just hoping that Pete doesn't fall under the Kardashian curse, just like Ray J, Lamar, Tristan, and even possibly Rob, which that's another video I want to make for my personal channel. Was Rob affected by the Kardashian curse? Let me know if you guys want to hear that. But anyway, I'm really curious to hear what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me? Was this a PR stunt? Did Pete use Kim? Did Kim use Pete? Were they ever really in love? Was this all fake? Was it a little bit too much, them involving the kids, him getting permanent tattoos and brandings tying him to Kim Kardashian and her kids forever? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the post notifications, and look for our podcast link in the description below. We are on all major podcast platforms, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I'll holla.